I'm Mike Krzyzewski, basketball coach here at Duke University, and I'm very excited about doing this instructional video on our team man-to-man defense here at Duke. During my coaching career, I've had the opportunity to work with some outstanding coaches who have all had an influence on my defensive philosophy. The best of these has been Coach Bob Knight, whom I played for at West Point and worked with during the Pan American and the Olympic Games. Our philosophy on defense here at Duke is to play man-to-man defense. The term man-to-man is somewhat misleading. It's kind of like if you had 5 fingers. They may be the biggest fingers in the world, but if they all came at you man-to-man or finger-to-finger, so to speak, you wouldn't have as much force as if you went after somebody with all the fingers working together. Now when you come at somebody, you're coming at someone and another team with full force as a team. That's why we like to call our defense team man-to-man defense. Now, in order to come up with a team man-to-man defense, you have to use man-to-man and zone principles. And during this instructional tape, I would like to show you how we incorporate both of those concepts to come up with our team man-to-man defense.
They're trying to give them a false count. Duke student body, but Carolina doesn't buy it. Now with 7, it's Lebo.
He'll drive and kick off to the side. Good steal!
Amaker.
William made it time.
What a way for Duke to go into the dressing room at halftime. Amaker with a steal. The Devils by 3.
Some of the strengths of our team man-to-man defense are adaptability, pinpointing responsibility, and emotional and psychological opportunities. By adaptability, I mean you as a coach have the opportunity, based on the talent level of your team and the experience of your team, to adjust as far as the amount of pressure you want to put on your opponent, your point of pickup, and you can adjust year to year but still stay within the basic concepts and principles of team man-to-man defense. As far as pinpointing responsibility is concerned, it gives you an opportunity as a player and a coach to always know exactly where you are supposed to be on the court in any situation, because the player's position is based on the location of the ball and his man. Therefore, we can always tell if a player is out of position, and it helps that player in playing the good team man-to-man defense. Then, of course, you have emotional and psychological opportunities. It's amazing how much confidence can be developed in a player and in a team as his level of confidence grows in the man-to-man defense. I have seen players become excellent defensive players and then have that affect other phases of the game. This also has an impact on our own team, where the real basis of our program is team man-to-man defense. Because of it, we also have an aggressive offense.
This next 6 seconds will speak for itself.
Here goes the block shot. You know that Rivers is going to take it, and up goes Johnny. All ball, all ball.
Johnny Dawkins blocks David Rivers. And Duke, 75. Notre Dame, 74.
There are some essential components in the development of an effective team man-to-man defense. The first of these is conditioning. Your team must be in outstanding condition. Defense is a continuous process, and in order to play it aggressively at all times, you must have outstanding individual and team condition. We have a goal for our team, and that is never to rest on the defensive end of the court. Then you must have courage, individual and team courage. Our players cannot be afraid to dive on the floor for loose balls or to take charges. Once an individual makes an outstanding play, such as a charge, it is amazing to see the emotional and psychological impact it has on the rest of the team. This is essential in developing good team confidence. Then you have intelligence. It is important for our players to understand the defense, But even more important, it's important for them to understand it under game conditions. It does us little good to explain it in the locker room and for them to have a clear understanding and then go on the court and not be able to carry it out effectively. In order to get that done effectively, you have to develop good habits. The good physical habits are only developed through constant repetition. Now, our defensive drills are done daily throughout the season, even once we get into the NCAA tournament, because we believe that you have to do it over and over again so that when your players go out on the court, they can react and they can think. And then you must have attitude. You must have a positive defensive attitude. Now, in order to get the positive defensive attitude across, we kind of take the attitude of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I used to watch them play football in the 70s when they were winning all the Super Bowls and they were the dominant force in NFL football. During that time period, whether the Steelers were on offense or on defense, they always seemed to be in control. Our players must play the defense in the same manner. They cannot fear failure. They must go out with a very positive attitude and have confidence in themselves, and maybe even more importantly, they must have confidence in their teammates. It is only with this type of confidence that a positive defensive attitude will prevail. As these components are developed, so is a belief in the defense, a belief that by playing effective team man-to-man defense, we will develop a winning attitude. There are some basic principles which serve as the foundation of our team man-to-man defense. The first two principles work hand in hand. They're vision and movement as the ball moves. Now, all our players have to be able to see the ball all the time. By seeing the ball all the time and moving as that ball moves, they make gradual adjustments. You see, a good team man-to-man defense is constantly adjusting, but they're gradual adjustments. We do not want to make sudden adjustments unless there's an emergency. The third principle is communication. Talk is essential. Communication serves as the glue which makes all 5 defensive players react as a unit. Now, if you don't have talk, you're not going to have good team defense. Talk helps everybody. It helps the player who's pressuring the ball, because if you're talking to him, then you're telling him you're clear, there are no screens, and it gives him more confidence because he knows that he can have confidence in his teammates. They're helping him. But it also helps the player who's talking, because in order to talk, you have to concentrate on what's going on the court. And a defensive player who is concentrating is a better defensive player. The fourth principle is aggressiveness. Now, you must play the defense aggressively. I mean, you can't play it any way different. But in playing it aggressively, you do not want to foul. It does you little good to play hard and aggressive and keep putting your opponent on the foul line. That's ridiculous. What you have to do is play hard and not foul. The first 4 principles of team man-to-man defense are vision, movement as the ball moves, communication, and aggressiveness. The 5th principle is forcing to the outside. If you want to have a dominant defense, one that tells the offense where you want it to go, you must give the offense a direction. We believe in forcing to the outside. We are putting the offense in a low percentage scoring area. In other words, in forcing to the outside, the ball, and we'll use this as the ball, goes in this direction. When it goes in that direction, we are using the sideline and the baseline to help our team defense. We would actually want the ball to go all the way into the corner, because we believe this is a low-scoring area. A good offensive team, we would like to have the ball up in this area. By getting the ball here, forcing to the outside, we're putting our opponents in a lower percentage area. The sixth principle is denying ball reversal. Ball reversal is a great offensive concept. By swinging the ball from side to side, the offense causes the defense to constantly move. And the more the defense moves, the greater chance there is for a defensive breakdown. In denying ball reversal, what we are trying to do is once the pass is made from 1 to 3, we do not want to have it easy for the offense to be able to pass it back to 1. So what we would want is, number 1, here playing in the passing lane. This stops the immediate pass from 3 to 1. In order for 1 to get the ball, he has to come out in this direction. We still want to attempt to deny it, but if we're unsuccessful in denying it here, the thing that we have caused is to get the offense out of its normal deployment area, and therefore we're running effective team man-to-man defense. Our defense is based on the position of the ball. Therefore, our players must always see the ball and follow its movement. That's why we say, move as the ball moves. We have given our players certain priorities and rules to follow so that they always know what position they should be in our half-court defense. When looking at our half-court defense, we divide the court, our half-court, into 2 sides. The side the ball is on is called the ball side of the court. The opposite side is called the help side. Our first priority for ball side defense is to pressure the ball. Pressuring the ball is what our defense is all about. It's the cornerstone of our defense. And we want that ball to be pressured, whether it be on top, on the side, or when the ball goes inside. The key to putting good pressure on the ball is to be an effective stance. Here we see the defensive player in a wide base stance. His arms are extended. He has excellent concentration on the ball. His hands are out. We want to be wide and in good balance. Here we're putting pressure on the ball, making the ball handler turn his back. And as soon as he picks up his dribble, we're exerting all-out pressure. Again, pressuring the ball, pick up the dribble, all-out pressure. We want to pressure the basketball. Now, in a game situation, we'll show that we constantly want to annoy the ball handler. Fake traps, make him turn his back. We want that offensive player to be concentrating on the defense, not on his other offensive men. Here we get a steal by putting pressure on, and we go from defense to offense and score on the break. This is a great emotional lift for our basketball team. The second priority is to stop penetrating passes. Whenever you are guarding a man without the ball, you should assume a position between the ball and your man. We refer to this as the ball-you-man position. In our half-court defense, these are the penetrating passes we are attempting to stop. The pass from the guard to the forward, the pass from the guard to the postman inside, and the pass from the wing or forward to the postman. These are the penetrating passes we are attempting to stop on the ball side. In contesting, we want the defensive man to be in a ball-you-man position. He has his arm extended and he's looking primarily at the ball. You can see that he's in a good stance and has excellent balance. We want to force the offensive man, if he does receive it, to get it all the way out. Again, if he picks up his dribble, all-out pressure is established. Here we're just working on the defensive man's footwork, up and back, good balance. He can open to the ball when the pass is made or his man enters the lane. Again, good balance, open up. Now when the man enters the lane, he has constant vision of the ball. We start out here putting good pressure on the ball. The ball handler is concentrating on the defensive man. Here we're putting excellent pressure, and the man is catching the ball going away from the basket, and we get a turnover.
It was tough because Johnson was panicked,
Again, good pressure, forcing the man to go out. We get a hand on the ball, and we force the turnover. We want that offense going away from the basket, not towards the basket. Again, in a half-court situation. Good pressure on the ball. We're right up on our man. We're not afraid of getting beat. Here again, we go out. We're forcing the offense out. Good pressure, good pressure. Dominate your opponent. We get the ball, and we force a jump ball situation, an alternate possession. Again, be aggressive. Don't be afraid of getting beat. You have help. For post defense, again, we're in a ball you man position. Now, we have to have good balance in the post because this is a very physical position out on the court. The offensive man is actually cutting a defensive man in half. His feet are perpendicular to the offensive man's. You can see that he has good balance, he has his arm out, and he must be in a ready position. Take a look at his feet. Again, his feet are perpendicular to the offensive man's. When the ball goes below the free throw line, he must adjust his position to be on the baseline side of the man. Now he's on the baseline side of the man in a ball you man position. You can see he maintains the position. Now comes right in front of the man to get the steal. Again, we're denying that ball inside. Again, he gets his hand on the ball, staying with that ball you man position. Our third priority for ball side defense is to stop the penetrating move. Our ball side defenders must be in position to help their teammate who is guarding the ball in case he is beaten on a penetrating move. A penetrating move can occur when the man on top dribbles in between the two defenders, 1 and 3. As he does this and gets by number 1, 3 must come over to stop that penetrating move. Another penetrating move would occur with the ball in the wing position. The wing man can dribble the ball towards the center of the court to make his move to the basket. At this time, number 1 must come over to stop the penetrating move. A third penetrating move would occur with the ball again on the wing position. If this player would make a move along the baseline. At this time, the postman must come out to help stop the penetrating move along the baseline. We're now in a position where we want to stop the penetrating move. Here, the defensive man fake traps. He has to come all the way over to stop the coach from going to the basket. He has to come all the way over because this is part of our ball side defense. There he is. Stop the ball. Stop that penetrating move. Now he's contesting. You want to make sure that he doesn't let his man get the ball. Again, contesting. He has to come over. Now if the coach passes, he has to recover back to his man. We call this move a help and recover move. Comes in, fake traps. Again, in the basic contesting position, fake trap, come back to your man. Help and recover. Continuous defense. Contesting, fake trap, recover back to his man on their balance, and again, reassume the contesting position. Fake trap, here we get a steal. Fake trap, and we come up with the steal and the score. Fake trap, recover back to your man and put pressure on the ball, and of course block out. Here's the fake trap, returns back to his man, puts excellent pressure on the shooter, and you can see our block out position. We must stop the penetrating move along the baseline. Here we're putting good pressure on the ball. The ball is forced into the corner. Now our postman comes over and he helps out and forces a traveling violation. Great defense. Our fourth priority on the ball side is to jump down inside to help. If our opponents are able to get the ball inside to their pivot man, we cannot allow our pivot man to just play against them one-on-one. We must jump down inside from on top and on the wing to help him out. When the pass is made from on top inside, to the offensive postman, he must get help from our wing and from the man on top so that he's not playing one-on-one inside. We're giving help. We're jumping inside. The same thing happens if the pass is made from the wing position. This pass is made, we immediately jump inside to help our pivot man. We must be able to help our postman inside. Here we're putting good pressure. Once the ball goes inside, we have to jump down and help. We're adjusting in the post defense, but then we have to surround that offensive postman and get behind him. Watch the defensive man get behind so he doesn't have a lane to the basket. Start out putting good pressure, ball goes inside, jump down with your back towards the baseline. Again, pressure, pressure. The ball goes inside now. When the ball goes inside, one big step inside with our back to the basket. And we come out on a help and recover move when the ball goes back out on the outside. Ball goes in, we're helping out. Now we get a steal because we put ourselves in a great defensive position. Put good pressure on the ball. Force it to a side. Jump down inside, help out. The guard comes up with the ball, and again, we come up with a steal. Great team defense. One of the best offensive concepts is that of ball reversal. Good offensive teams move the ball from one side to the other, which causes a lot of problems for the defensive team. The final priority for ball side defense is to stop the ball reversal pass. When the ball is passed to the wing, and the wingman now tries to pass the ball back up on top, we call this a ball reversal pass. One has to be in between the ball and his man to attempt to stop this pass. If he's unsuccessful in stopping it, the thing that we would like to have happen is for one to receive the ball further away from the basket. This then brings the offense further away from the basket, and it helps our defense put even more pressure on the offensive team. Here on the ball side of the court, we're attempting to stop that forward to guard pass or make it difficult for him to make the pass. So even though it's completed here, the offense goes out a little bit further. See? They're about 6 feet further out than their normal deployment area. Now we want to make it very difficult for them to reverse the ball. It starts out on this ball side, on the ball side, and then we assume our pressure defense. Here in a game segment, pressuring the ball. Now watch us stop the ball reversal pass, and we get a steal. And again, we come up and score off of our defense. Our defense becomes our offense.
Barry, what a play by Barry Dawkins!
We've taken a look at each of the priorities on the ball side individually. Now let's take a look and see how they work together. In bringing our ball side defense together, we're looking at a 3-on-3 situation. When the ball goes from on top to the wing, we bring together all our concepts now, our essential components, our principles, and our priorities. One must jump to the ball. He's got to be in a position right now halfway between the ball and his man, and he's trying to stop ball reversal. Our pivot man inside must go from on top to the baseline side once the ball is below the free throw line. If the ball now is passed inside, we must jump to the ball inside. Now what happens if we've played good defense here and the ball's inside, the postman kicks it back out? Well, then we recover back to our men. 3 comes right back here, and 1 would come back into the passing lane. And this is a concept that we call help and recover. Now this is putting together the concepts and the priorities for our total ball side defense. We start out putting pressure on the ball, forcing to the outside. in a good contesting position. Our man inside is in excellent post defense position. He adjusts, and now he's going to pressure the ball at the high post, and we force the man into a traveling violation, putting pressure on the big man outside. He's not accustomed to getting pressure out here. He's not a good shooter. A lot of people will just fall off of him. We want pressure. Force the ball to the outside. We want to contest. Now we're putting good pressure on the ball. Contest the ball back out. We get a steal, leads to a dunk by our big man. This is because we're aggressive in the passing lanes. In slow motion, the ball goes to the outside, aggressive, hit the ball towards the other basket, and we're heading in the right direction and a positive action in 2 points. We refer to the side of the court opposite the ball as the help side of the court. We call it help side because that's exactly what we want that side of the defense to do. They should be able to help the ball side defenders. And we use the word help instead of weak because there's nothing weak about our defense. It's a strong defense. And we'll now discuss the priorities on this help side. Our first priority for help side defense is to be in position to give aid to the ball side defenders. One way we can give help to the ball side is when the ball is on top and the guard tries to make a penetrating move to the middle. Two must come over from his help side position and stop and give aid to that ball side defender. Another case would be with the ball on the wing and the pass is made, and in this case a lob pass is made from the wing to the post. Our help side defender must come over to help prevent this pass, thereby giving help to the ball side postman. These are two situations where the help side would be of big help to the ball side defenders. Stopping a penetrating pass would be our second priority on the help side. A penetrating pass would be a pass from on top to the opposite side. Four cannot fall asleep and allow this pass to occur. He must be ready, and when the pass is made, to intercept the pass. The third priority on the help side is to stop a penetrating move. An example of a penetrating move from the help side would be with the ball on the wing. If the offensive man from the help side would flash into the pivot area, we cannot allow a man to just flash into the pivot. What we have to do is the help side defender must stop this penetrating move. He must maintain his ball, man position. Our final priority for help side defense is to stop ball reversal. With the ball on top, we do not want to allow the offense to easily pass the ball from one side of the court to the other. The help side defender must be in position to stop this ball reversal pass. We attempt to stop it, but if we're unsuccessful in that, we at least want the help side offensive guard to come out, so that now when the pass is made, again, we are forcing the offense further away from the basket. Two basic rules for our man-to-man defense are: one, when you are covering a man without the ball, stay between your man and the ball. Ball, man. I mean, that's a catchy phrase. It's easy to understand, but you have to practice it over and over so that you can have that as your habit when you're playing good man-to-man defense. The second rule is that if you're playing help side defense, maintain a position in the passing lane, between the ball handler and your man. Let's take a look at our help side placement rules. With the ball above the free throw line in this position, our help side guard must be in a position in the passing lane between the ball and his man. Our defender, who's covering a man below the free throw line, must be in a position where he has 1 foot in the 3-second area and 1 foot outside the 3-second area. We call this straddling the lane. Okay, here we go. The help side defensive guard must be in a contesting position in the passing lane. Here we have the two guard front on the offense. Our defensive man on the help side is close to the ball. His back is to the ball in a contesting position. He's seeing the ball, and he's in the passing lane. We're still putting good pressure on the ball side of the court. Here we get a side view, and you can see the good pressure on the ball, and the help side defensive man is right in the passing lane. Right in the passing lane. He's seeing the ball. All right, now we have regular action, and he constantly adjusts. The ball is picked up. We're putting pressure, and now we go in complete denial. This is a great situation for our defense. Good pressure on the ball. Stay in the passing lane. Don't let him get the ball. We can come up with a count now. Maybe a turnover. Here we get a turnover. We forced them into a real pressurized situation by being aggressive in the passing lanes. Again, if he does receive the ball, he's outside their normal deployment area. Pressure, get in the passing lane. In the passing lane, it forces a situation where we get a turnover. Again, pressure the ball, stay in the passing lane, take away one of his outlets. Stay in the passing lane. Good pressure, forcing him out. Their offense is forced out. Jump inside to help. Recover back. Still good pressure. We're playing passing lanes well. Help and recover inside. Continuous defense now, even though we almost come up with, well, don't stop playing defense. Keep the good pressure on. This is good continuous defense. Stay in the passing lane. They haven't been able to run. Now they have to take a bad shot. And we block out, and we're ready to take the ball down the court on a fast break. Real good team defense, and we got a three-point play. With the ball above the foul line, and we're guarding a man below the foul line on the help side, we want to be in the passing lane with good vision. You can see we have good vision. We have 1 foot outside the lane, 1 foot in the lane. We're straddling that 3-second lane. And we're ready to adjust as the ball moves. With the ball below the free throw line, our help side now has to make some adjustments. On top, this man has to jump into this area right around the foul line so that he's in position to be like a safety for the help side defense. The man covering below the foul line must now adjust and come right into the middle of the lane. Again, both of these men are in a position where they are in the passing lane between the ball and their man. With the ball below the foul line, we have to make an adjustment on our help side. Right now, when we're covering the man below the foul line, we have to be right in the middle of the lane. You can see the defensive man in the passing lane. His arms are extended. He's in the middle of the lane, ready to assume a proper defensive stance and start playing continuous defense. We're going to take a look at our big man now as we're putting good pressure. We're adjusting in the lane. Ball side defense here. Open up, and here we come from the help side to get the ball. That's good team defense. Leads to an offensive opportunity down at the other end. We're constantly adjusting in the defensive area below the foul line. Good pressure. Look at our help side. Our man comes over to help out and in a position to take the charge. We can see this in slow motion. Man comes over, gets good position, and we cannot be afraid of taking the charge. We have discussed in detail the strengths, the ingredients, the basic principles, and the priorities and rules of our team man-to-man defense. Now let's take a good close look at 5-on-5, bringing all these aspects together so that we come at our opponents as a sound defensive team. In a practice setting, when we go 5-on-5, we like to have the offense move the ball around. The defense cannot intercept the ball. We're looking for good defensive movement. Move as the ball moves. Play in passing lanes and have good vision. You notice that our men are putting good pressure on the ball. Good pressure, that's the cornerstone of our defense. Jump inside when the ball goes inside. Move from ball side to help side. But always keep good vision of the ball. Again, the ball goes to the side. Pressure them. Jump inside. Come right back out. Pressure the ball. Move as the ball moves. This is an excellent drill to have your team do. 5-on-5. Sometimes we have our men touch the floor. It gives great focus of all 5 men on the ball. It also gets us to unify as a team. Good pressure, moving as the ball moves. Again, now we're going to go into 4 game segments in regular motion and in slow motion. Here's good pressure by the guard on the ball. We're playing passing lanes. And we adjust and we get the steal, taking it down the court. Again, good pressure. You see everyone on the team has good vision. The guard makes the offensive guard turn his back. Again, we're staying ball you man in all positions. We're not afraid of getting backdoored, and because of it, we come up with the steal. Excellent team defense. Again, pressuring the ball. We want to look for 5-second counts. Deny passes. We keep that constant pressure, and you can see the emotion of our players once we get the 5-second call. Again, the guard is putting good pressure on, but look at the other men. They're not allowing any passing lanes. They're playing in the passing lane. So that offensive guard has nobody to pass to. And because of it, that constant pressure gives us the 5-second call. Again, we start out with good pressure. We want to put pressure as the man's bringing the ball down the court, taking that first pass away, taking the next pass away. Now when they receive it, their offense is further away from the basket. They do finally get a little bit of ball reversal, but we're playing ball you man in the post. Look at our help side. We come over to help out, and we adjust, and we get a steal. And then we bring the ball down the court to start our early offense. Again, this segment starts off with good ball pressure, but watch us go out on the side. We take away that first pass. Not being afraid of getting backdoor. Take away the second pass. Force them to run their offense very high. Now our post defense. Take a look at our post defense. We have good vision. The offensive post man is moving away from the basket. Here he is, moving away from the basket. Look at our help side so we can't get lobbed on. Finally, he does get the ball, and as he turns, our help side has to come over to help, and that ball side defender rotates under to get the steal. All right, good team defense here, continuous defense. We want to force the ball to the outside, trying to contest that ball reversal pass. All of our men have good vision. Keep the pressure on the ball every time they receive the pass. They're moving away from the basket. Good pressure. Finally, we have to rotate. We kick the ball here, and we force an out-of-bounds situation. We're talking to one another now, trying to maintain our good team defensive pressure. Ball goes in from out of bounds. Again, we knock it out of bounds, keeping our good composure. You can see we're getting excited. Now we do it again. We have to continue. We're not satisfied with just knocking the ball out of bounds. Putting good pressure. A big man has the ball outside. We want to put excellent pressure on him because he's not accustomed to having the ball out there. Force the ball to the outside. Try to contest passes. Stop ball reversal. We're making them run their offense very high. Again, putting good pressure on that big man, and he throws the ball out of bounds. We finally get a turnover. Now in slow motion, you can see the ball pressure. Inside defense is good. Look at our help side so they can't pass the ball inside. Those are the zone principles in our team man-to-man defense. We maintain that pressure, taking away passing lanes. They're looking for an entry pass, moving the ball from side to side. Again, our vision is excellent. Everyone is seeing the ball. Put good pressure. We're not afraid of getting beat. When a big man has the ball, we want to keep good pressure on him. Our help side is situated real well. We're forcing the big man to put the ball on the floor. And now our help comes over, and we kick the ball. But we stop them from penetrating. That constant pressure is good. Again, it's important now not to relax. We've just put some excellent defensive pressure on this team. We have to do it again. We have to be prepared. We're playing man-to-man on an under out of bounds. Everyone has their man-to-man responsibilities. The man under the bucket is taking away that pass. And they finally have to pass the ball away, and we knock it out of bounds again. Good team defense. The success we have enjoyed here at Duke University has been due primarily to our team man-to-man defense. It has helped develop in our players a winning attitude. I really hope that this tape has been beneficial to you. I want to wish you the very best of luck in teaching your players sound team man-to-man defense. Best of luck.
How about that for a backboard? It's over. Krzyzewski's Duke team ends the regular season #1 in the nation.